Hey, how's it going? It's Craig. I'm not in the garage today, I'm out on a van. Let's take a look. Okay, so we are out and about. We're off to pick up something special for the garage. I'm not going to say what it is. I'm probably not even going to put it in the description of this video or show it because I want to do a bit of a reveal. So I might blur some bits and pieces out throughout this video just to hold a little bit of tension. But I think some people already know what I'm picking up. I had to spend most of the day yesterday emptying my garage, reorganising it and getting things sorted in there. It's an absolute mess still. It just needs a real tidy up and things out there, but it's getting there and I've got space for this item to go into, which is good. The reason I'm buying this is I recently sold my 1963 Vespa GL. Bit of a passion project. I absolutely love that Vespa, and I bought it, had it imported from Italy in a right state, and it was a hell of a mess when I picked it up with my dad, and my dad looked at me as if to say, do you know what you're buying? And you're spending a lot of money on this wrecked Vespa. But I restored it. I'll do a bit of a montage video. I didn't really film a lot of it at the time. I wasn't doing YouTube when I restored that video, and when I restored the Vespa, so I didn't really film a lot of it. I filmed bits every now and when it was working, and I also filmed took a lot of photos through it. So I'll do a bit of a montage video now, and then we'll come back. Cool.
Non più tra I farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto Adolcino d'amor. Delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto Adolcino d'amor. Non più avrai questi bei panacchini, quel cappello leggero galante, quella chioma, quell'aria brillante, quel vermiglio d'onesco color, quel vermiglio d'onesco color. Non più frai quei panacchini, quel cappello, quella chioma, quell'aria brillante. Non più tra il farfallone amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girando, delle belle turbando al riposo, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto Adolcino d'amor.
Okay, so that's my Vespa. As I said, beautiful Vespa, and I absolutely loved it. I just wasn't using it, and I got a bigger motorbike as well, so it was pointless in having it there. It was taking up a lot of space in the garage. I was knocking it, and I scratched the front mudguard and things on there, and yeah, it's just a bit of a shame to keep it in the garage. And the guy that I sold it to is planning on taking it all the way to Italy, which fair play to him. If he gets to Italy on it, then it's great. Not that I think it's a dodgy scooter. I restored it and done the whole engine and all the bearings and everything's been done, but that's a long way to go on a Vespa. But people do it, so yeah, as long as he got spares and parts along the way, then I'm sure he'll be fine. But yeah, so it's gone to a good home. He's really looking forward to it. He's really excited by it as well. So but the main thing is it freed up a lot of money, so I won't go into the details of exactly how much I got for it, but it was a good price. So yeah, I'm going to use that money rather than it just getting whittled away and spent on day-to-day life. It'll go on shopping and petrol and things like that if you're not careful. So I decided to invest in the thing we're going to pick up today. So I'm off to London, N2, I'm guessing that's North London. I have no idea how the postcodes and things in London work. I'm going to N2 in London. I think it's about 3-ish hours, 3 to 3.5 hours drive. Currently stuck in traffic, so it's going to be longer, definitely. It's the last Friday of the Easter half term, so I'm guessing there's a lot of people on their way back home from holidays and things. So yeah, cool. Let's do a little bit of a driving montage, as you've got to do when you're doing this kind of thing, and then I will probably catch up next once I've got it in the van. I don't know whether I'm going to actually film at the guy's house catch you in a bit. Okay, so we picked it up and we are on our way back down to Wales. So I'm just coming past Heathrow now. Bit of a hell of a drive to get past Wembley and everything on the North Circular. I'm not one for London driving that often, so it's a bit of a challenge when you're in a van and everything else, and the sat nav's telling you where to go and you don't know which lane of the roundabout you can go to. And I went around the roundabout twice on one roundabout. The rest of them I did okay. Went and got the pinball. I will show you clips of it in the back now. Steve, the guy that I bought her off, lovely guy. Thank you so much, Steve, if you get to watch this at all. Yeah, it was his first pinball. I think he's looking to get a Spider-Man next, and look to get another one in the near future. Yeah, get him and his neighbour, give me a hand getting it into the van. We've tied it all down. Hopefully it's tied down safely. I'm not an expert in tying these things in, so we've just roped it into as many eyes as we can and tied it in, which is great. So I've got about a 3-hour drive back now to Barry and find somebody to help me unload it, because I haven't got anyone to unload it with me yet. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge when we do get back to the garage to get it actually out of this van and get the legs on and get it in place. And I have to do a little bit of moving around. I've been thinking while I've been driving of how I'm going to actually get it in there. Now I've actually seen the size of the thing and what you need to get to, because you need to be able to get to the back to put things up and then everything else. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a squeeze getting it in there, but I think we'll be alright. Cool, so I shall probably catch you maybe at the services. If not, I'll catch you in a bit. Cool. Okay, so we're off the ring road. I'm absolutely glad about that. I'm on to the M4. I just stopped at Reading West services, just double checking where I am. And I want to do a quick tribute to somebody. So Alex from Nintendo Arcade had a bit of a crap time over the last few months, a year or so, with his arm broken and a load of other things going on. Alex is an absolutely amazing channel. So go and check out Nintendo Arcade. It's a great channel. And one of the things he does is he travels the country and he goes and shows off different people's home arcades and their game rooms and things like that, and some of them are absolutely amazing. The amount of games and things. Alex's own one is just stunning, but some of the others he goes to are just brilliant as well. So one thing he always does in his videos, I couldn't get a cream cake, Alex, I'm really sorry, mate. So I've got a custard caramel donut from Greg's on the Reading West services, is the best I could do, and he goes in for it like this. Oh, that's good. That's good. Catch you in a bit. Okay, the big reveal, the Getaway pinball machine. So, as you probably have told from the video and everything else, all leading up to this, wasn't much of a hidden surprise. But I've been after a pinball machine for a while now, and selling the Vespa was just freed up some money that I would never have spent on myself. This value of a machine anyway. So having that free funds has given me a little bit extra as well, which I can put into something else. And this is a great first pinball. It's really fast. It's got a supercharger piece at the top which flies the ball around really quick, and it's looking in great condition. Stephen, the guy that I bought it off of on Pinball Info, he's had it serviced regularly. I think all the rubbers were done last year. The batteries were changed a few months back as well, so I'll probably keep an eye on them and change them out at some point. But yeah, in all the excitement, I forgot to film getting it into the garage. And I had two special guests as well. I had Peter and his son Ryan, the muscles of Roos Point, come down and give me a hand to get this in. I'd never have achieved getting it in my garage otherwise. It was an absolute nightmare, and it's quite a big piece. You can probably still hear the 18 wheelers running at the top end of the garage. We're sandwiched in between the two jammer cabs down here. The idea is I'm going to block the door in now, get some insulation panels in there, block that door in at the bottom end of the garage, then rotate these three 90 degrees so it's pointing upwards into the garage. and that'll give me a lot more room to play the games and get everything sorted. And there's an issue, like both of these cabinets need slight attention, the jammer cabs. That one's almost done. I'm just still working on getting the T-molding and other things done. I've recapped that monitor. I've got a couple of more bits to do on that, and that'll be done. This one, I think I've got a new fly back to fit on it as well, and then that one will be done. And then I'll have 3 nice cabinets working next to each other. I'll have the 18-wheeler at that end as well, which I'll see where I want to position that. And then I'm done. I don't want to expand my collection in here anymore. I've got another cab in the house as well, so I'm pushing it now on 1, 2, 3, 4 cabinets and a pinball machine. Maybe one more in the future. We'll see. But yeah, I'm absolutely loving this. I'm going to really get some use out of this before I even think about buying anything else. I'm no pinball expert by any means. It's been a real learning curve just picking this up today and knowing how things move and how everything goes. If you've got any tips, anything around pinball machines or this pinball machine in particular, then please let me know. I'm interested to know anything about learning on this, so please give me a shout. I know there's a few mods you can do to this table. There's the donut shop and the mounting and things like that you can 3D print, so you might look at them in the future. Maybe a colour DMD for the back. But let's do a little bit of gameplay before we log off and say goodbye, just to show you how it plays. Not how I play, because that's going to be awful, but let's have a look at it. Cool, catch you in a bit. Lights going off. Losing the balls already.